So I made a video the other time about many things we think are Igbo culture, but are actually colonial influence. So I made mention of the labeling of our tradition as evil. I made mention of traditional marriages beginning to feel or being made inferior to church weddings. And I also made mention of the kingship, the area of kingship where a lot of Igbo communities didn't have king until colonization. So HSCD is a part 2 of that video. So moving forward, I'd like us to talk about surnames. You know, almost everyone, or literally everyone, has one fixed surname. One surname that follows them on every official document. It seems normal, but pre-colonial Igbo society didn't work that way. But people had names. Yes, we certainly had names. But we had names that connected us to our families, to our lineage, to our village. Our identity mattered. Our genealogy mattered. But the idea that every person must have a permanent hereditary surnames for government records, taxations, schools, churches, passports, that idea expanded or became famous during the colonial administration. The colonial government just needed everyone to fit neatly into their paperwork to make paperwork easier for them. But our ancestors had different ways of organizing things. Our ancestors organized identity differently. Here's another one, prison. When someone commits a crime today, the first thing that comes to our mind is send them to prison, let them go to jail. But imprisonment wasn't the main form of punishment in pre-colonial Igbo society. Justice then was about restoring balance. So, depending on the offense, punishment could include compensation to the victim, fine, public shame, visual cleansing, temporary banishment, or in very serious cases, execution. Keeping hundreds of people behind bars at the community's expense wasn't simply how justice was generally organized. The prison system as we know it was part of the colonial legal institutions. And to the next one, this one usually raises arguments here and there. And this is the idea that a woman would automatically take on her husband's name after marriage. Many people think it's the traditional Igbo way. Historically, it isn't. A woman became part of her husband's family after marriage, but she did not stop belonging to her own lineage. Her natal family remained important throughout her life. So, in many communities, she continued to be identified through her own personal name, or sometimes through her father's name, one Okafo, one Yeka, one Watago, or sometimes through her father's title, one Ezebunafo, one. Sometimes they also identify her through her father's lineage. And in cases where she now gives birth, they identify her through motherhood. Ne Chibuzo, ne Onyeka, ne that one, Watago. So the widespread expectations that a woman would automatically take on her husband's name after marriage, it came through colonial influence, missionary practices, and then the English legal tradition. So the next time someone tells you that is our culture, ask them which culture. Is it the pre-colonial Igbo culture or the culture that developed after colonial rule reshaped our society?